Dr. Perks, thank you so much for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about what you're talking about today and what you've been telling prospective students.
So today we've been outlining our 3 different music programmes. We have 3 degree programmes. One of them is a Bachelor of Arts in Music, Performance and Production. One of them is Music Technology and Production. And one of them is Music Business and Production. Like I said, we've got 3 separate programmes. And today we've been giving students and parents, prospective students that is, an outline of the 3 programmes, how they work together, how they interrelate, which might be the best pathway for them, depending on their career aspirations and further academic desires.
And as you point out, there's a really diverse range of courses available, and also the facilities. As we can see behind us, lots of tech and lots of equipment available. Tell us a little bit about the facilities that students can expect if they come here.
So most of our facilities, / all of our facilities, are industry standard. I would have cleaned up had I known that we'd been doing this today.
It looks stunning. It looks like we can just have a set any minute.
Okay, I hid the coffee cups. But yeah, we've got a flagship Neve Genesis mixing desk recording studio. We've got a bunch of practice rooms and rehearsal rooms, different performance spaces, of which this is one. This is ultimately the performance classrooms. That's where we teach most of our lectures for performance pathway students, alongside other things. But if you were doing music production, you might record live sound in here and that kind of thing also. We also have the church, which we use as a performance space. I'm talking in the names have all got the grade 2 listed archaic names rather than sounding like proper places. There's a cafe and a few other areas that we perform in here, as well as several recording studios.
And that's really vital as well. It really is an industry that is always really pioneering and paving the way with technology, and to have that really up-to-date tech here, and the academics as well who have that expertise is really crucial for those prospective students that are going to go into that world of work in the not-too-distant future.
That's right, and I think a lot of what we teach is grounded in industry practice as well as academic practice. And the ethos is that students, as well as developing their capacity for critical thinking and reflecting on their work in an academic sense, they're also developing their pragmatic and application of these ideas in the real world. So a lot of our assignments and so forth are geared to real-world situations, and they're set up as such, so that when students leave and go into employment, it's as seamless as it can possibly be, with fewer bumps in the way, so they can just start working in that field and understand how it works.
And tell us a little bit about that expertise that's available. What are some of the occupations and the jobs that you and your colleagues have been involved in?
Oh, well, yes. Again, I think that's very diverse. We have Richard Lightman, who's a world-renowned producer. He's worked on film, Foley. He's produced, albums as long as I am tall in terms of volume, and he also is one of the UK's leading experts in Bhangra production. We've got Dr. Ruth Herbert. She's an ex-concert pianist. Well, she still plays the piano, of course, but ex-concert pianist. But there's now one of the world's leading music psychologists. We've got Jackie Walduck, who's a leading figure nationally in community music and music arts and health. We've got Dr. Aki Pasalatas, who is an electroacoustic composer. He's just been awarded a huge research grant to explore the sonic capacity of the dockyard and historic sounds that used to be here and so forth. Who else have I missed out? Me. I'm into. I do a lot of intercultural collaborations with musicians from the Middle East. I play fretless guitar, which is a bit strange if you're not used to that. And I compose and write various things about guitar. Predominantly, guitar is my thing. We have Paul Fretwell, who deals with electroacoustic composition and more recently neurodiversity. We have Anna Neal, who's an expert in popular music and songwriting. So there's a huge range, a wide continuum of subjects and fields of music that are covered here.
And you talked about the dockyard, and what a magnificent place to teach and to really learn as well. It's got that real wealth of history, and it's just stunning, isn't it?
It is beautiful. My office overlooks HMS Thingamabob, the name of which I always forget. I'm always working, not looking out the window, of course. It's a beautiful environment, particularly when it's sunny, less so when it's raining and snowing. But yeah, it's wonderful. And in terms of a creative subject area, as cheesy as this sounds, it really does prompt those creative juices to flow. You're in this, these hundreds of years old building. Like ships used to be built in this room we're in right now, and that's amazing, right? So if you're thinking about sound or if your performance, you just have creative heritage.
Don't you,
that's right, yeah, and both aesthetically and in terms of the spaces we're working in.
And also the Medway itself, the place. What has that got that makes it stand out and offers itself to students?
I think from Music, I mean, music is predominantly on the dockyard, so in the dockyard, it is the inbuilt facilities. I mean, they're all built inside these Grade 2 listed buildings, but the quality, for example, our Neve studio is one of only a few in the country in terms of university facilities. Medway as a campus, there's quite a thriving union, I seem to recall, when I've been dragged over on the odd occasion by students to see their end-of-year performances and so forth at the Deep End. Right, yep, I didn't get the name wrong. And the interaction with other students, both from the University of Kent and Greenwich on that campus, is great because, you know, you're getting to meet a wider set of cohorts, students studying different subject areas and so forth. So it's not just about coming to Kent and doing music and being siloed over on the historic dockyard. You've got this interaction and a bigger student community that's all hustle and bustle.
And the union, of course, something really to look forward to if you choose to come to the University of Kent at Medway. Anyone who's not been able to come to the open day today, have any questions about the department and about the school at large, how can they find out?
Well, immediately I would say if you just Google Music University of Kent programmes or something along those lines, that's fine. If anyone wants to ask a specific question, my email address is r.j.perks@kent.ac.uk. That's r.j.perks@kent.ac.uk. Feel free to hassle me with questions. If I don't know the answer, I will know someone who does, hopefully, and I can send that on. And the head of department is Richard Lightman. We're not all called Richard. It's just Richard Lightman is the head of the department, and he will be able to answer any questions.
Dr. Perks, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Really good to hear a little bit more about the department and the school. We'll be back to Rachel in just a sec to round things off for the open day. And that's about it from me here at the Galvanising Shop. We'll be back with you in just a mo.